So I felt like making like I guess you could call this like Subway Surfers type esque video about your situation, and my main reason for that is just because like I wanted to, I felt like it. But personally, I think of your situation because I didn't really like at the moment or at the time I didn't really have my thoughts together. It's just like you will find your crowd. That's the main thing I want to say. You'll find your group of people, because obviously year 12 is going to be a massive year for everyone, and times are going to change. Everything's going to change for all of us, honestly. With uni coming up and our courses, it's just there's a lot. And also, to speak about uni, you'll meet a lot of new people. To be honest, one of the things I'm most excited about in the future is meeting new people. Because, sure, I honestly love my friends. I think they're great, and I'm glad I met them, but at the same time, to be honest, I really want to I really want a girlfriend again. And, you know, obviously that desperation's no good on a blank piece of paper. Because, I mean, the person you can love yourself the most is always going to be you. Which is what I've been working on. Honestly, I've been fulfilling my hobbies and trying to do more things with myself, I guess. Because to be honest, year 9 and stuff, I was just kind of like there. I was just living, not doing much with my life. And after my breakup, personally, I found a lot more purpose in my life. I found it heartbreaking at first, but I learned a lot, of course. Like, just simple things like taking time out your day just for yourself. Like, I don't know, I'll watch Cowboy Bebop and I'll have like a piece of chocolate just to treat myself. That's the kind of thing I'm like into, I guess. That's why I feel like it's self-love in a way. And for you, I think right now, since if you're feeling a bit out of place and you're feeling like things are changing, that's just the way it is. But do know that I'm sure that at the end of the road there will bear fruit for you, and there will be good things coming. Because regardless of your situation, regardless of what you did, regardless of what she did, I'm sure that there will be light at the end of the tunnel. And while that sounds hopelessly optimistic, because that's just the kind of person I am, I just kind of hope blindly. Um, it's always kind of worked out in a way. Sure, maybe it might not work out in like the best favor, for example, but even so, I don't even think that's all that bad. Life will come to you, and you will come to it. But all I'm saying is to, yeah, take care of yourself. You know what? I'm just gonna turn this into a full video for the sake of it. But about more myself, I guess. Let me slide around a little bit as I think. I don't know. Why are you asking me what 80 trillion plus 80 trillion is? Get out of here! Get going! Zen mode of grace as like a way to journal, because I mean journaling on a piece of paper. Like I did it for a bit. I used Google Docs at one point. I know probably doing it digital is not the way to go. I know a lot of people say it's better to do it on paper, but honestly, I don't have many pieces of paper to go around this household. The journal or diary that I have, I used to store passwords and other confidential information rather than like personal thoughts. And as much as I would like to journal, I feel like it's not stimulating enough for me, I guess. But here I am making a video with the same, I guess the same intention of journaling. Like, I might upload this, I might not. I don't know. We'll see what I think in the future, which is probably not that far. But I just need like an outlet, I guess. Because I know it's healthy to have some kind of outlet, whether you talk to a friend and you have them just listen to you, or maybe you have a therapist. Like, that's probably a good thing to have. And if I ever say something that doesn't make sense, that's because I'm not making sense of myself, which is actually relatively common. But the main thing that I've had a gripe with, I guess the past couple weeks or so, is feeling like I'm devoid of, I guess, love. In a way, like, I want to love. I want to show that I care for people, but I don't know how exactly. Like, maybe, like, I was going to write letters to all my friends and tell them that I'm grateful, but honestly, I don't know. Because it's not that they're bad friends. For the record, they're great. They're amazing people. I love them all. But I can't help but feel lonely sometimes. And what defines, I guess, isolation? Because I know you can feel lonely when you're surrounded by people, but you can feel not lonely by yourself, you know? Like, say you're going for a walk. Like, personally, I wouldn't feel lonely during, like, a nice walk or stroll in the park. And it's a good feeling to have. Speaking of, I should do more walks. I think that's what I've been missing recently. If I did more walks, I think I'd probably be feeling a lot better off. But that's besides the point. But how do I fill the heart, or fill the gap in my heart that craves love? And when I say love, it's very specific. I, for some reason, really would like a romantic partner, female romantic partner, to specify. Like, sure, I got my best friend. I'll give him a hug every now and then. We'll hang out. But after all that, I'll feel pretty good. But I'll just go back to craving that, I guess, romantic desire. The desire of wanting physical affection, I suppose. I don't get it. To be honest, I don't understand why. And that is what fascinates me so much. Why do I feel this way? Is it like a chemical thing? Is my brain? Are we just like... Why am I just wired like that? Is that just how I am? And if that's the case, wow. What happens, I guess. Ooh. Grace is pretty fun. I like this Zen mode. It's really nice addition. I know you can spawn like the icon of sin or whatever the heck it's called, but even so, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I just wanna just file out my thoughts. And oh yeah, with this, like the coming weeks, the amount of assignments that are due and all coming the same 1 week, because I'm 17 right now, and this year I graduate in the big 25 as a Gen Z who is unemployed. Speaking of, you know what? Just to fill in like some time, I used to work at McDonald's, and now I know what fast food employees go through every day. Like, geez Louise, it is intense. So, short story, this is probably not even that bad compared to what other people go through in fast food, but this was like, I guess, a breaking point for me, because I blame myself for this, and I'm not exactly sure why at the time, but I think the problem is I felt like a liability, because to be honest, when I worked, the only thing I could do is fries. I could only do fries, because the thing is, I was never really given that position to go on the front counter much, and when I was on the front counter, I wouldn't know how to do things. Sure, I was shown in training, but training was very brief. They're very brief. It's a fast workplace, and they filter out the employees, I'm guessing, very quickly. And so, little old me over here, I think this is year 9 at the time. I would have been maybe 15, 14. I was totally clueless on what to do, and my mental health was not in the hottest spot at the time. And so, basically, jacked, tattooed, white bald dude in his white, like, Hilux, and he's just like absolute unit. That's the best way to describe him. And he got a mean look in his eyes. But maybe he's not that bad of a bloke. Oh, who knows? Who knows? He was cross with me though, and the reason why is because basically he calls his wife in the back a B word, and so I'm just like, ooh, that's scary. My bad. But basically, calls his wife a B word, and it's just like, what? You know what? Okay. And I just kind of like go on with my day, right? And so the thing is, he said he wanted his fries fresh, small fries fresh. And so I want to deliver that. I want to make those fries fresh for him. And so the thing is, my manager, he's like, we gotta get these orders out, man. We gotta get them out fast. And so I use some of the lukewarm fries that we have. And so once that's done, the bloke comes up to the drive-through door, not the front door, not the front register, drive-through door, all the way off to the side, kind of like isolated from the rest. He knocks on the door, or not even knocks, he more so bangs on it, and he points at me. And he does that thing with his finger where he like curls it in towards himself. And it's the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life as a 14-year-old McDonald's employee back then. But after that, I felt awful. Because, yeah, we got him the fresh fries. My manager came over, he's like, don't worry, I'll handle this. But I still felt like it was my fault for some reason. And I guess, like, I have a tendency to take responsibility for things that aren't my responsibility. Because I guess in a way, I want to show, like, care through, I guess, taking control. Or not maybe taking control. I think I might be. That feels yucky to say out my mouth. I guess in a way, I want to protect. I am a bit overprotective and just like guide other people through without knowing the answer myself, I suppose. I'm not sure if that's necessarily wrong. I'm not sure if that's necessarily right. I feel like it's probably in the middle. But hey, what can I say? Who am I to say anything? And other things that are going on with my life, just very complicated emotions. So many complicated emotions that I'd really like a break from. We had a holiday not too long ago. I think maybe a week or so now, a week and 3 days ago. But honestly, towards the second week of the holiday, I did not feel like I was rested. I was in emotional turmoil the whole time, which is wild. But I do this thing. I don't remember seeing this quote. It's like, stick to the mood. Wait, no. It's no. It's the other way around. Stick to the plan, not the mood. And I've kind of been like following that religiously. And so I always make sure to get a little bit of work done every day, just so I don't feel too bad about myself. And you know what? I can go to bed every day and I can name 2 things that I did well, I guess. Which is like primarily like, how many times have I said like, oh my gosh. It's pretty much just me. Now I lost my train of thought. I'm such a genius. I guess I'll probably develop better skills on the way as I go. Where was I? Bleh. Well, I think that is my battery ran out, so that's all I have to say this time around. I'll probably, you know what, I'll upload this. You gotta start off somewhere. You gotta start off maybe a little bit bad, a little bit worse than others, in order to get something going. And maybe one day I'll look back at this and like, I don't regret doing that because that got me into the hobby of making weird commentaries every day. Or something. Maybe every week. Anyways, that's it.